Thought experiment. If you were the mayor of Gotham and there were a lot of criminals in your city after the destruction of Arkham Asylum a year ago, what do? Exactly, you stick all of them in an abandoned neighborhood in the middle of the city. What could go wrong? Welcome to Batman Arkham City. Did you ever want to experience what it is like to be Batman? Have you played Arkham Asylum already, but you felt like it was lacking and it had a lot more potential? Well, good for you, because in 2011, only 2 years after the release of the original, Batman Arkham City came out, and Rocksteady just took the first game and improved every single aspect of it for this one. Seriously. People like Joker a lot? Well, now you have more Joker. You like the gadgets but want more of them? Well, now you get more gadgets. You like the combat, but it is a little clunky? Well, now the combat was refined and feels impeccable. More villains? You get those. Bigger map? Easy peasy. A better main story with a variety of side stories? You bet. And on top of all of that, there are also some new things like other playable characters, different suits you can equip. Seriously, this game is really a monster. This is how sequels should be handled. Write that down, modern developers. Now let's dive into the different aspects of the game. The map. The game takes place in Arkham City, who would have guessed? The size of the map is much larger than in the first game, and there are plenty of spots to explore. While walking around the map, you will find quite a few collectibles that you need to get in order to defeat the Riddler. To be exact, this game has a whopping 400 collectibles. Yikes. These are split into 4 categories. Riddler trophies and riddles are the same as in the first game. Trophies you have to pick up, sometimes after solving some sort of puzzle, and for riddles you just need to scan the answer to a riddle the Riddler gives. I'm saying riddle a lot, aren't I? Then you have destructible objects, which are Joker balloons, demon seals, Harley heads, penguin statues, and Joker teeth. And lastly, you have tiger cameras that you need to destroy because they are surveilling the city, and that is a big no-no. Now, you might ask, why are these in a separate category than the breakable objects, since you have to destroy these too, and they are objects? Well, it's because the breakable objects are villain specific and also only in buildings, as far as I remember. I might be wrong though. But why do you care? That's not what matters. Story. The only spoilers here are for the first 10 minutes of the game, nothing significant. After the events of Arkham Asylum, Quincy Sharp takes sole credit for stopping Joker, and he used this to become the mayor of Gotham. He decides that a facility like Arkham Asylum or Blackgate Prison aren't good enough to hold prisoners. So he just creates Arkham City, sticking all of the criminals in this area and letting them, I don't know, exist, fight each other, I guess. He puts Hugo Strange in charge of Arkham City along with the private military firm Tiger. When all of this is happening, Bruce Wayne decides to hold a press conference in front of the gates of Arkham City, but the press conference is cut short by Tiger, who swarm the area and arrest Mr. Wayne. After that, he wakes up with cuffs on, with Strange telling him that he knows Bruce's secret, and if he tries anything to stop Protocol 10, which is Strange's evil secret plan, everyone will find out that Brucey Boy is actually Batsy Boy. Oh no. But anyway, the rest of the story is Batman trying to stop Protocol 10 anyway, because, of course, after a while you get to interact with Joker, and that's a big part of the story, but I don't want to spoil that for you. I wasn't personally a huge fan of the Hugo Strange story in this game, but I can agree that it is better written than the story in the first game. And the Joker side of the story is amazing. Nothing I can really add to that. The gameplay. Stealth. The game has a polished version of the stealth from the first game. You have a lot of different takedowns you can perform on thugs, and a lot of new gadgets to fuck around with while doing exactly that. The stealth sections are also more varied, with more depth to them, so you can really take advantage of different spots and sneak around the thugs without being noticed. Loud combat. Same thing here, just a more polished version of the free-flow combat mechanic. At its core, it works the exact same. Punch thugs, build up a combo meter, and you begin to deal more damage and move faster after a few successful hits in a row. However, in Arkham City, you can now use new gadgets and abilities in combat, making it way more fun with different opportunities of how you can take thugs down. Leveling up. I made this a category in my video about Arkham Asylum, so I might as well make it one here. As you do things around the map, like missions and beating up thugs, you get XP points. When you level up, you can unlock new skills from the Wayne Tech section. There are 5 sections that have upgrades. In the Batsuit, gadgets, and combat sections, you have different upgrades that either unlock new attacks, passive skills, or just give you stat increases, like increased health pools. In the Predator section, you can't get anything using levels. There is only one locked ability, and you unlock that by doing AR challenges across the map. And in the Catwoman section, you get upgrades for when you are playing as Catwoman, obviously. Because yeah, during the main story there are quite a few parts in which you have to play as Catwoman, which is kind of interesting for a Batman game. A lot of people didn't like that actually, but I enjoyed them honestly. Riddler's Revenge. Riddler's Revenge are the challenge maps in this game. You can play these as one of 4 characters: Batman, Catwoman, Robin, or Nightwing. After choosing a character, you have challenges and campaigns. Challenges are the normal maps and they work the exact same as in the first game. You have the combat ones, in which you go through 4 stages of enemies and have to get a specific number of points to get all 3 medals. You get points by simply punching thugs, and there are a few extra points thrown in for using gadgets, abilities, for not taking damage, or for having a perfect flow. The most important thing in this is to build your combo meter, since all the points you get are multiplied by your current combo multiplier. Does that make sense? Oh, you want an example? Well, okay. A basic strike gives you 10 points, but if my combo meter is at 15, a basic strike will give me 150 points. You know, 10 times 15, 150. The other type of maps are the Predator maps. Here, each medal is tied to a specific thing you have to do. So in this one, I had to explode a weak wall into a henchman to knock him out, perform a knockout smash, and perform a takedown through a glass window. Thankfully, there are more than 3 henchmen, so you can still take out the rest however you see fit. Here, after I finished all my medals, I knocked out a henchman with my sonic batarang and then dove in to finish off the last guy. But again, freedom of choice. Knock them out however you see fit. So that's challenges. Once you've mastered all the challenges, you are ready for campaigns. These are gauntlets of 3 challenges back to back. The catch is that you have a few modifiers in every gauntlet and you have to use all of them by the end. Some are positive, some are negative. Oh, and another catch. You can only fail 3 times. If you fail a 4th time, you have to restart the entire campaign from the first map. So, if you want all medals for, let's say, an achievement, you need to get all 3 medals on all 3 maps while having modifiers and without failing more than 3 times. Good luck. DLC. I don't think this is actually a DLC, but whatever. You can also play Harley Quinn's Revenge, which takes place after the main story and you play as Robin trying to rescue Batman. The entire thing is pretty fun, seeing as you play with Robin, who plays a little differently than Batman, so it is a nice change of pace, but the story is pretty short, so but still, enjoyable. Okay, so achievements. It took me 100.4 hours to get all 64 achievements. The most popular achievement is I'm Batman, which 83.8% of players got. And the rarest one is actually 3 achievements, not just 1. Campaign, Kitty, Wonder, and Nightwing are all sitting at 2.1%. You can see all the other percentages on screen if you care about them. The only real problem you're gonna have are the campaign achievements. You need to get all the medals on all the campaigns with all the characters. And that takes a pretty long time. A lot of patience and a lot of practice, but they are all doable. I mean, I've done them, so I'm sure you can too. You've also got Perfect Night Day 2, for which you have to finish basically everything with Batman, so main story, new game plus, side missions, upgrades, collectibles, and Riddler's Revenge, which also is gonna take you quite a bit of time. On Steam, out of 42,784 reviews, the game is rated overwhelmingly positive. Out of the few negative reviews, some complain about technical difficulties, which is probably just a problem because of their PCs. Some complain about the Riddler trophies, which is understandable if you aren't a completionist type, because there are a lot of fucking trophies in this game, and very few of them have actual criticism for why they didn't enjoy the game. In conclusion, just play the game. It's incredibly well made, fun to play, with an interesting story. The chance of you not enjoying this game is extremely slim. But if you want to get all the achievements, be prepared to spend quite a few extra hours in the game. Still worth it in my opinion.